Hey guys, this is Don the Predictor Murphy recording once again for One Wrestling Video and VOCNation.com. Hope everyone's having a good weekend getting ready for Wrestlemania. Night one is hours away, so if you haven't checked out my night one picks and predictions as of yet, please do so on the One Wrestling Video YouTube channel. Have break down the card there. This is night two. So interesting how WWE has done it this year, breaking it down 7 matches a night. I actually love it so that we don't have a 7 hour extravaganza, and yours truly is up until 2 o'clock in the morning. So nice way to break it up. This is night two, so let's run down the card. You'll see a lot of similarities here in terms of my night two and night one breakdowns in terms of the storyline builds to some of these matches. But I actually think night two was actually structured better than night one. So if we run down the card, in the main event, we have Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan and Edge. I'm going to channel my inner Jack Tunney here for any of you who go back that far, as I do, and say that after intense deliberation, I've made a decision. This is not an easy one to predict, but I have Roman Reigns retaining the WWE Universal Championship. You know, the story being told here was so simple. You had Edge coming back after 10 years, and he finally gets clearance, and he wins the Royal Rumble. That was a nice story to tell, a nice redemption story. You've now added the classic underdog Daniel Bryan story into the mix. I'm not opposed to Daniel Bryan in the match. I think it's going to be a great match. I like Daniel Bryan. I just think you're trying to do too much in that one match. So I'm kind of not sure where they're going to go here, but I think by some way or the other, you're going to have Roman Reigns retain. And then I'll be interested to see what the title picture looks like now. Are you going to have Edge feud with Bryan? Who are you going to have Roman feud with? I have a few ideas. I'll get to that later on in the picks. But second title match is we have Asuka defending the Raw Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. So here I'm picking Ripley to win the title. You know, here's the funny thing. I mean, if you've watched Ripley in NXT, you know who she is. You're probably excited by the fact that she's on the main roster. But if you've never watched NXT, you have no idea who she is. They do a couple of vignettes, and here she is in a title match with no build. So to me, that fell a little flat. But I think the idea here is to get the belt on Ripley as a heel, and if the rumors are true, I'm hearing Becky Lynch returning shortly, even as early as tonight or tomorrow. I'm hearing rumblings of Bayley doing the Ding Dong Hello segment, and Bayley and Becky coming out and making her return there. So I think it makes sense that you'd have Becky challenging Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. So I have Ripley going over there. I'm sticking on the women's side. We have the Raw Women's Tag Team Championship, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, against the winners of Night 1. And that's going to be, as if you've watched Night 1, I'm picking Charlotte and Bayley. And if I said Raw Women's Championship, it just seems like they're always on Raw. So it's actually the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, since they can float brands. I have Charlotte and Bayley going over in that one. You know, I think the time has come to split up Nia and Shayna. I think that, you know, hopefully whoever they put the belts on, whoever is going to be in that match is going to win the tag team championship. And then I'm hoping that they make it relevant and they hope they make it meaningful, because it's just been flat. If you look at Night 1 and you look at the tag teams in that match, it's flat. So I'm just hoping that they can make a go of this division. Sticking with the title matches, you also have Biggie defending the Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Crews. It's funny. I really like both the characters of both right now. I like the new Apollo Crews character, and I like Big E. I like the more serious tone. He's getting away from the New Day. I think it's great. Here's the problem. Creative couldn't help itself. It's a street fight. It's a no DQ match. Nigerian drum fight is just a fancy way of saying that. I don't think that was needed, but that's what creative does. So Apollo Crews wins the Intercontinental Championship. Big E perhaps goes into chase mode, or perhaps we see Big E make a run at the title. If were he to lose, then maybe he goes after whoever the championship is. And I want to see that serious edge continue, and I think that would be a great program. Then you have United States Championship match, Matt Riddle, or Riddle, because we don't call him Matt Riddle anymore. Riddle defending against Sheamus. Match is going to be fine. Match is going to be one of those things I think come Monday morning, we're saying that was a great match. That might be the sleeper match on the show. Here's the problem. The build has been terrible. If you've seen Riddle in NXT, you know how good he is. You know he's a great performer. The character, since he's gone to the main roster, has been terrible. I mean, if you remember the Rob Van Dam character, he's like basically a knockoff of Rob Van Dam, and not in a good way. So I'm not thrilled with the build. I can do without the scooter and all of that stuff. Sheamus goes over, wins the United States Championship. Hopefully he can make it meaningful. I think the last time the U.S. title was meaningful was when John Cena held the title. Then we have, in the category of matches I want to be over and done with, you have The Fiend meeting Randy Orton. Guys, look, if you're into this hocus pocus and pyro and all of that stuff, hey, that's great, and you're going to enjoy this. But it's not for me. I'm not into this whole horror show thing, and it's not even a good horror show thing. I just haven't been impressed with the build, and Randy Orton spitting up black goo. I mean, look, unless you want to have Papa Shango come out and we revive that, and if you guys go back to the early '90s, you know what I'm talking about. But this feud has done nothing for me. And I'm looking forward to it being over. I mean, bring Alexa Bliss back to the women's division and have Randy move on, do something else with the Fiend. I remember when we were all excited about the Fiend, and they've just completely turned it into this cartoon character that I just don't get, and I don't really find exciting. And then you have, for you enthusiasts of Ring of Honor, you have Sami Zayn, formerly known as El Generico, meeting Kevin Owens, formerly known as Kevin Steen. This match could have been a lot better than the build. The build was really, really rushed. They could have delved into the fact that they used to be friends and that they're now on the opposite sides. And I mean, I do enjoy the Sami Zayn conspiracy theory entertainment stuff. I don't need to see Logan Paul. I didn't even know who Logan Paul was until about 20 minutes before I saw him on SmackDown for the first time. So, I have Kevin Owens going in that one. Hopefully they give him enough time. Hopefully it's a good match. But that is, I'm just looking at my list, that is going to about do it. That is night 2. So again, everybody, hope you enjoy WrestleMania. Please check out my video for night 1. And follow me on Twitter at Don the Predictor. And also check out the videos and columns on One Wrestling Video and VOCNation.com. We've got you covered with all of the wrestling news, all of the WrestleMania breakdowns, and I'm sure coming out of the big event, there'll be even more to talk about. So this is, once again, Don the Predictor Murphy. Talk to you guys on the other side. Enjoy the show. And we'll be back probably, I think the next time you'll hear from me is late April when we have Impact Rebellion, which I think will be another good show. So looking forward to talking to you guys again. And again, Don the Predictor Murphy, One Wrestling Video, VOCNation.com. Take care, guys. Enjoy the show.